Good morning, just after 10:30. Brandon Robinson here live in Hazard, continuing our severe weather coverage this morning, our winter weather coverage. And I tell you what, it's turned into a mess. We talked about this, but this is one of those systems very hard to forecast, and there's a very sharp line on who's seeing the freezing mess, who's seeing regular rain, and who's still seeing snow at this hour. And we still have a lot to go with this system, and Brandon will talk more about that here in a second. But let's talk about what we have going on right now. Power outages across a part of the area over to Harlan County. I know there's several hundred people without power. That's from Kentucky Utilities. Laurel County seeing some outages right now, and we also have a traffic nightmare in some counties. I know for a fact that some of those counties are in pretty rough shape along the border because my wife is stuck on Highway 7 between Isom and Colson there. So very much sheets of ice across parts of the area as you go through the first part of your morning. Stay at home. I can't stress that enough. Be careful this morning, especially if you're just going outside to look, because there's a lot of sheets of ice across the area. Please stay at home. I know folks have to work. This might be a day that you call in or call the boss and say, hey, can I wait just a little longer? Some folks already seen that transition, but as you see on our traffic camera, snow still coming down there on top of Whitesburg Mountain, Pine Mountain there on US 119. We're still seeing some snow on the Mountain Parkway up towards Slade and Powell County. I-75 looking passable, but again, when you get this ice into play, it looks passable, but as you get onto that, you'll realize quickly, oh no, we've got this and you can't move very much. So Brandon Orr, we've been tracking this system all morning long, throughout the night and all morning long, and my friend, it's a mess and it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
It is. It looks like you're getting rained on pretty heavy out there.
Exactly. It just literally started the last few minutes, and we've seen a little bit, it looks like some sleet maybe trying to mix back in here in Hazard, even though the temperatures are going up.
That's right. We're going to continue to see that mixing as we go throughout the day. You can see on Pinpoint Doppler lots of colors out there. I know a lot of folks are looking outside their window right now and they're seeing it, it's just raining like we are outside of our studios in downtown Hazard, but that's not the case everywhere. So a lot of people are going to venture out and then they find themselves stuck on a roadway where it did get significant winter weather, and we have seen snowfall totals upwards of a foot of snow in parts of our viewing area. In Wise, Virginia, we've seen reports up to a foot of snow, up to a half a foot, 6 inches of snow reported in Middlesboro near Bell County, all the way through Harlan County as well, even portions of Letcher County getting in on some significant snowfall in some locations. We've also seen significant icing in some locations as well. 4/10 of an inch of freezing rain accumulation. That's on cars and power lines and roads, just about everything up towards Menifee County. Also getting some significant reports up towards Johnson County as well. A lot of that is slowly starting to melt as we've seen warmer air slowly start to push in through eastern Kentucky. And you can see it's very spotty in nature. So just because it's raining right outside your door right now does not mean you had ice earlier, or does not mean you're run into ice 5 miles down the road. And that's exactly what we're seeing down towards the Virginia border. So you can see temperatures right now are right around 35 degrees and over towards Jackson, up towards Paintsville, near freezing near the Virginia border. But Brandon, you can see the road temperatures there. They're slightly below freezing still. It's taken a while to get the road temperatures up compared to the air temperature.
Right, that's our big factor, because remember we were just talking, you and I were a few minutes ago, about how the situation in Middlesboro has gotten so bad that the mayor down there has said, hey, stay in, don't go out, don't get on the roads. These are for emergency personnel only, folks trying to get back and forth. And you're going to get into situations where it's going to take the road crews a while to even get to you because it's so slippery. Ice is ice. And no matter if you've got a big truck or a small car, when you get on the ice, it's hard to maneuver. And Brandon, the situation down there is also bad enough that he's asked the people to avoid the area completely. And that's one of the areas you talked about, possibly a half foot of snow. We've had reports out of Harlan County of that heavy snow on roofs causing some collapses, and we're still trying to get some of those reports in too.
That's right. In fact, Brandon, let's take a look at one of those photos that's on our WeatherCam computer. These are coming in through Facebook, so you can actually go on Facebook and look at these photos yourself. This one was sent in by Whitney Hackworth, and there are other photos that we're posting on Facebook of some porch collapses because you have all this heavy snow on the roofs, and then you're adding water to that snow and it's absorbing it. It's becoming very heavy and collapsing some of these porch roofs. There's actually a car out there somewhere. That's what Marcia says in this photo that was sent to our Facebook page, getting buried on top of the snow that we had just a short time ago. This is in Wallens Creek over towards Harlan County. Ashley Hensley sent that one in, and we're getting more photos from Main Street. This is downtown Cumberland. Right near the church there. That's from Jody Van Sickle. So lots of photos starting to come into the newsroom. Before we leave, we want to give one quick check of the snow and ice accumulation forecast. This takes into account what we've seen already this morning and what we'll see over the next several hours. A trace to as much as 3 inches across eastern Kentucky. We've seen up to 2 inches of snow over towards Leslie County, up to a half a foot there from Middlesboro, Harlan, and over towards Wise, locally around a foot of snow in some locations. As far as ice goes, up to a half an inch of ice accumulation over towards Menifee County, over towards Floyd, up to a quarter inch there along I-75. Conditions will continue to improve as we go later on into the afternoon when it changes over to all rain and we scour out some of this colder air and get all of our temperatures above freezing overnight. We'll have updates every half hour here on WIMT, extensive coverage on WIMT.com and on social media. Stay right here.